What is up, you guys? It is Jazz. So I recently turned 25. February 21st was my 25th birthday, and I don't know, for some reason turning 25 just has me, it's like hitting different to me than any other age I've turned, if that makes sense. Like, first of all, I can rent a car on my own, so that's actually kind of convenient. But for some reason 25 is just making me feel like, wow, like I'm a quarter century. Like, I feel like I've been on this earth a good amount of time now to have learned some lessons. And so with these 25 years, I just kind of have reflected back on them and thought, why not come up with 25 lessons for 25 years of life that I think are some of the most valuable lessons I've learned that I would just like to share with you all. These are literally the 25 biggest lessons I could think of that I've learned throughout my life so far. So hopefully some of this could be useful to you. I mean, I feel like I've learned good things throughout my life. So let's jump in. Stick around for the ride of all 25. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. All right, starting off with lesson number 1. If you take nothing else from this video, take this with you today, because I feel like sometimes we're all needed to be reminded of this, but it is absolutely true. And it is that you, every single one of you watching, and every single one of us walking this earth, we are all divine. Like, we are all literally miracles walking. The probability of you getting to experience life as a human is so small. Like, it's insane that you made it here as a human to experience life as a human. I did some quick Google searches to look up some numbers, right? And just bear with me really quick. There are 40 to 200 plus million sperm in every ejaculation. So first of all, you had to be that sperm out of all those millions that made it, right? But let's take it a step further. Once you are the one that made it and you fertilize that egg and you're on your journey to be implanted in the mother's uterus, about half of all fertilized eggs never implant. So out of all those that did make it, now half of those gone, okay? But let's take it a step further. About 10 to 20% of known pregnancies end in miscarriage. There's still a chance that something could happen and you don't make it. And that's of known pregnancy. So that number is probably a lot higher because a lot of miscarriages do happen very early in pregnancy when a lot of women may not even have known they were pregnant. It's probably actually more than 10 to 20%, but that is what we know. But let's take it one step further than that. If you survive the whole pregnancy, that in and of itself is a feat. But then bringing yourself here and transcending into this physical realm out on earth with us outside of your mother's body is another feat that you have to overcome. So, like I said, think about all that and the fact that you are sitting here with me today as a member of this human race on planet Earth, and just be thankful. Lesson number 2. All of us are connected. And I mean, like, all of us as humans, but not only just all of us as humans, like us humans to all of the different us humans to all of the different animals and insects and other critters on this earth, us humans to the plants, us humans to the elements, you know what I'm saying? Like water, fire, air, earth. All of it is connected. Like, we are divinely connected, and not one species on this earth can be affected without creating a chain reaction and affecting kind of everything else. Watch out, mama. Do you want to sit right here? Come here. Go right here. Lesson number 3. Feelings are just visitors in your body. They don't last forever. So cherish the good ones, the very hardest that you can, and when you're visiting with bad ones. Learn how to sit in that and learn from it and process it and grow. And when I say allow yourself to sit in it, that's what I mean. Like, you have to allow yourself to experience emotions versus trying to push them off or shove them down for whatever sake for yourself that you're doing it. It just doesn't work. You have to learn how to experience those negative ones as well. You also have to remember that there is no good without the lows, like there's no feeling good if there's no contrast to that. We would just always feel and feeling isn't feeling good. So just remember that it's all necessary and it will pass. Lesson number 4, always lead with love. Love is a decision and a commitment rather than a feeling, because like I just mentioned, while feelings can come and go, no matter how you're feeling towards a person in that moment, love doesn't waver. Like, love stays continuous. And so that's something that you decide and commit to. So it's really more than a feeling, if that makes sense. And the more love you send out, the more love you will get back. So just remember that. Yeah. This kind of continues with leading with love, but the best way for you to triumph in any situation that you have with a person is literally to kill them with kindness. I know we've all heard this cliche saying before, kill them with kindness, but seriously, it really works. Like, if you think about it, if somebody comes at you like rah, and you go to respond back to them like rah, what are they gonna do? They're gonna go rah, louder and harder, back. And they're not even going to be listening to what you're roaring at them about. Okay? But if somebody comes at you like, rah, and I don't mean like, this doesn't have to mean literally yelling at you. It could just mean they're not coming correct in whatever type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But you get the point. It's a metaphor. So instead, if somebody comes at you like, rah, and you respond back like, I love you, they gonna look really crazy if they do that bigger rah back at you. And they weren't expecting you to respond like that. So it actually causes them to like take a step back in themselves, like, hold on, what? You love me? Like, it makes them actually snap out of it for a second and start to think. So yeah, try to start killing people with kindness. Lesson number 6. This is very unfortunate, but I feel like in a lot of people's lives, those who are closest to you are going to be the ones that disappoint you the most in life. And sometimes, it's just, come up on the chair if you want to stay out here, or you need to go inside. You're bumping your head because you're messing around, playing where you're not supposed to play. Can you stay over there, please? Thank you. Love you. Love you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. High five. Go. Thank you. Boom. Lesson number 7. Not everybody is meant to be in your life forever, and this includes your family. Yes, blood family. Yes, even your parents, your siblings, or your children. People that are very close to you and have close ties to you. The people that deserve to stay in your life forever are the ones who treat you like they deserve to stay in your life forever. Simple. Lesson number 8. Your surroundings have a huge impact on your trajectory, on a lot of things in your life. So try to place yourself into environments that are going to help to propel you forward towards whatever you want versus hold you back or make you move backwards even. Another thing, your external environment is a direct reflection of your internal environment, specifically the nature of your mind and your thoughts. So if you look around you and you see a bunch of things that you don't want to see, a bunch of situations that you don't want to be in, just paths that you don't want to be on that you're on, you need to first start to change your mind and your thoughts to draw the external reality to you that you want. Everything that you see around you, you've attracted to yourself by your thoughts, whether those be conscious or unconscious. So like I said, if you look around and you see things that you don't like to see, maybe start to try to explore deep into yourself and how you think, and maybe how you can change some of your patterns and thoughts and ways of thinking. Lesson number 10. The term mind-body connection is really so real. Like, our minds and our body are so interconnected, and I think sometimes we forget that. But you literally cannot affect anything in the body without affecting the mind, and vice versa. You cannot affect your mind without affecting the body. And the mind really is kind of like the most powerful healer of your own body. Even in science, we see the placebo effect, where as long as somebody believes that what they're taking is the medicine that's going to cause this change in their body, it does. And sometimes the placebos work better than the actual treatments that can have other side effects. So if that doesn't go to show you right there that your mind is the master of literally like millions and billions of trillions of cells that are all working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day, for your life. You know what I'm saying? So how you think up here affects how everything else works down here. Lesson number 11. All humans, and I repeat, all humans are meant to practice meditation and other forms of mindfulness. Lesson number 12. This is a quote that you may or may not have heard, but I love it. Those who fail to plan to fail. And I feel like that's very true, but on the other side, you also have the fact that planning too much sometimes can kill it as well. Sometimes we can spend too much time planning, trying to plan everything perfectly and just never take action. Sometimes you just gotta hit the ground, start going with as much planning as you need to get going. But don't sit here and just plan your life away without ever actually doing anything. Which, another little sub quote that I'll put under this one that I love is to start saying day one instead of one day. Lesson number 13. You will likely regret never trying versus trying and failing. Lesson number 14. Striving to be a lifelong learner. And I don't mean like in the traditional academic, USA setting, classroom setting that we think of, but learning things that you're passionate about, you know what I mean? Like seeking out areas and topics and interests that just spark this flame in you, and like really delving into those and learning about as much as you can all throughout your life. Striving to be a lifelong learner long after you're done with whatever formal education that you have is going to make you healthier, and it's going to make you happier. Lesson number 15. People will project their doubts and their insecurities onto you. Don't fall for this. Don't let it get you down. Don't let it upset you, because almost all the time, the way people treat others is a reflection of themselves and not the others. You're going to come across some people in life that think just because they're older than you, or just because they've been practicing something longer than you have, that their words hold more weight than yours. And I'm here to say, just let them live in their own delusion and keep on doing you. Lesson number 17. You have to learn how to stand up for yourself. I know for some people this can be hard. It used to be a lot harder for me than it is now. So it's definitely something you can work on. It is something you can get better at, and it's something that we should all be taught as children, but unfortunately we're not. But we all need to learn it eventually. So please learn how to stand up for yourself, because survival of the fittest is like so true. So people are going to walk all over you if you allow them. This doesn't mean that you have to be a loud, rude, arrogant, mean person. You can still be, a reserved, quiet person, but when situations arise that you're not okay with, you have to be able to speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself in those situations so that you're not being taken advantage of. Lesson number 18, your diet, what you put into your body, is the most important factor in determining your long-term health. So start eating a healthy diet as early as you can in life and figure out how to continue doing that throughout. Lesson number 19. Practicing productive daily habits is really such a game changer. I feel like sometimes we just get into the habit of going through the motions day to day without really thinking about like how we're spending our free time, what we're doing, and how we could just use a few minutes a day putting that towards something else to achieve great effects in the long term. There are so many habits that you could incorporate into your daily routine, your daily life, that can have such a great impact and change on your life for the better. Some of those things include journaling, meditating, reading, practicing gratitude, doing cold showers, so many things. So I encourage you to find whatever daily habits are most beneficial to you and your life and your situation, and try to start implementing things that you do every day and see what a difference it makes over some time. Lesson number 20, social media is fake. It is fake, okay? Like, it's all a scam. That, how they say everyone's posting their highlight reel, is very true. And social media is not real life. Like, what you see on social media is not how people really live their lives. Even the celebrities and rich famous people that you may be following, like, what you see on social media does not show everything in their life. We all go through struggles. We all have stuff going on. Social media is fake. So try to just have a healthy relationship with it. Lesson number 21. Don't spend your whole life in the same 21 square miles of land on this earth, because I feel like the best way to learn is to go out and travel and meet new people, experience new cultures, see new places. Because if you think about how you go about your day-to-day life, things that are normal to you and what's part of your routine, there are so many infinitely different ways that people live their lives that they view as normal, and that's their routine and this and that. So it's just very interesting to get to meet people and go to different places where they live so differently than us, and to kind of just examine that and learn from that and realize that even though we have all these differences, we also have all these similarities, and there are so many things that can always bring us together. So I really feel like we should challenge ourselves to meet as many people that are different from us as possible and try to connect with them as genuinely and deeply as possible, because that really shows you a lot and you can learn a lot from that. Lesson number 22. Self-love doesn't always look like face masks and going to get your nails done, going to the spa. Sometimes self-love is hard, and it looks like discipline and hard work and simply just showing up for yourself the way that you say that you're going to, right? Like, a lot of us, we have these jobs where, day in and day out, people rely on us to show up there, and we show up there day in and day out because that's an obligation that we feel like we have. But then we might ourselves then go, okay, I'm gonna start working out 4 days a week, and I'm gonna work out this day. And then when that day comes, we don't show up for ourselves how strongly and purposefully we show up for other people, even people that don't even know us. Like, if you think about everyone that kind of relies on you as part of an organization, a lot of these people don't even know you, never have met you, but still you show up to this job way more than you show up for yourself. That's me sometimes, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not perfect. That happens to all of us. So we all need to remember to start showing up for ourselves more. That's the biggest form of self-love, is building your own discipline and being able to stick to your own word for yourself. Lesson number 23. Gratitude will expand your heart and bring endless more great things into your life. So just remember, gratitude is the right attitude. Lesson number 24. Now, some people may not agree with me on this, but this is what I believe. I truly believe that nothing in life is a coincidence, because if you think about it, every single thing that ever happened in your life had to have happened the exact way, time, day that it did for you to have ended up exactly where you are in the situation you are at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just one day would have taken a left turn instead of a right on your journey to work, your life could be totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so many little things that could have drastically changed the trajectory of your life, that it's like nothing could be coincidental. This is all exactly how it was supposed to happen. That's what I believe. And finally, we have come to the last lesson, lesson number 25. Wholeheartedly believing in yourself is truly the first step to accomplishing anything. And wholeheartedly believing in yourself can help you to accomplish anything. Literally, everything that we see, anything that's ever been done before, all started as a thought. Like, everything is because we thought of it and we believed it. And so if you think of something and that you want to do and you really truly believe in that, you'll bring it into the visible realm, into your visible reality from your thoughts. So the power of manifestation is very real. Believe in yourself, because we all, as I said in some of the other lessons, we are all divine, and we all literally have, quite literally, we have superpowers, you know, like, we are very special. So believe in yourself, because you can truly do whatever you want to do. But all right, you guys, so that brings us to the end of the 25 lessons. What do you think? How did I do? Were those worthwhile lessons? Were those things you think are actually, you know, good tidbits for life? Let me know what you think. And if you have any life lessons that I didn't mention that you think are very important, please share it with me down below, because I would love to hear what life lessons you have to share with me as well. I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate the support of each and every one of you. If you did enjoy, I would also appreciate it if you could give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Turn on post notifications so you can come back and hang out with me more in the future. That's all I've got for today. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye, guys.